and welcome back to Trim the Fat. It's a podcast designed to help us on our emotional, our spiritual, and our physical journey. We have back with me, my friends. So it's Rhonda and Tina today, and we're happy to get into some things because I missed last month. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. We don't have that much time to do it, but we're going to do it.
We're going to squeeze
whatever what we want to talk about in. So thank you for being here, girl.
No problem.
I know what we talked about last time that we wanted to talk about that book we were reading, but now we done moved on from that.
I know, because we on so many.
We are. But look, let me tell you what I did. So I started that book, a separate book club, outing for power moves. We're going to do it all summer.
I hate
wait.
I can't wait.
So let me tell you. So it was about 5 of us, 4 or 5 of us that went this last week, and I had started because I said, Tina told me to go in here and read. I ordered it when you told me to order it. Yeah. Everybody said they was ordering it. And I said, okay, let me start. So it's like 5 more people that's going to join us the next time. Okay. I want to keep it small, though. So it'll be so 8 to 10 people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we talked about some good stuff. Good. Because in the Power Moves book, Sarah Jakes Roberts' book, that's what we were talking about. Tina told me to read it in addition to all the 18,000 other books. But
I just gave you
we'll talk about that. But she talked about how sometimes we'll let our fear, one of the things that we talk about here, fear and past traumas, to keep us paralyzed, and we won't make that move like we want. She talked about in the first couple chapters, we want to move out of the city, nothing holding us back, but because we're fearful of, I'm not going to know anybody. What will they think of me? I don't want to leave my family, blah, 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 that you don't make that move. Yeah. Or you want to apply for this position, you just don't do it. Or you want to change your, eating stuff, whatever it is, we don't do it. And it's a lot of those times when we don't do it is because we don't feel powerful enough to do it. Right. And we have some fear base behind it.
Right. But did you hear her say in the book that the flow of power is there?
Yeah.
Our fear stops the flow.
Yeah.
So it's not that we don't have the power. The power is there. We block the flow when we put fear, shame, rejection, abandonment. When we put all of those things in front of the flow stops. So to get the flow back flowing, you have to slowly peel back the layers of the onion to get to that place.
Mm-hmm. And it's, the other thing we talked about, that's too true too. I remember that she talked about plugging into the source. And so one of the girls there, she said that was big for her because she don't do that often.
Wow.
She, keep going, living the life, doing the routine things, but she don't plug into the source to get the power. We got to plug in to get some power.
Definitely.
And our power, it should come, and we should remember the facts. So one of the things we left from was talking about facts over feelings, but these feelings can lie to us. And feelings can lie to us, and they're a distraction. And so if we start, we could talk about some stuff for real, because when our facts should be the same. If something happened between me and you, the facts still remain, but your feeling about it is not going to be the same as mine.
Exactly.
And you should respect my feelings about it and hear them out too.
Definitely.
It don't matter if you're my friend, my boyfriend, my husband, my child, or whatever. My feelings are not less than your feelings.
Exactly. They're equal. It's all about expressing it in a respectable manner, not allowing your emotions to get so heightened to where, now we going back and forth. Now,
Yeah.
No.
It happens.
No, it does, because we let those emotions get the best of us. And you just said something about, you said something.
The fact over feeling? Or
the facts over.
Our facts are the same, but the feelings are different.
But the key behind that is don't believe everything that you feel.
True.
My therapist, exactly what you said. What are the facts right here in this moment?
Yeah.
And a lot of times I have allowed my mind to carry on so far. I don't know where the fact is, where the fiction is. I don't know anything. All I know is I'm pissed.
I'm hurt, I'm pissed, I'm mad, I'm disappointed. But here's and you talked about this with me all the time, and my therapist does too. Because I can't control the situation, I don't know how I'm going to fix that part. I'm so even more, because I want it to work the way I'm seeing it work.
Exactly,
and I think I got some, I rationalize things, okay, but when I want something to happen, why it ain't happening right then? So that makes me even more mad. So now we are going back and forth, and you don't want to go back and forth with me. So now I'm stuck going back and forth with me and myself.
Ooh, me versus me. You remember we had an episode like that?
Yes.
It's insane because I'm in that season right now. Like, I feel like God is trying to debunk all of the theories that I've created or have been taught wrongly. And now I'm trying to come back and live life. Those theories, those hypotheticals that I've created or made beliefs of, they're working against me now. So I'm in a place now where it's like, God, I want God to literally hold my hand like we're going, okay, can we go? No, God has let my hand go, but he's still there because he said he never leaves me or forsakes me. But he's trying to get me to trust me. Like, I trust you, but now he's trying to get me to trust me. But I'm so scared that he doesn't have my hand, but he's with me. He just doesn't have my hand. I'm so scared and fearful. It's like, whoa, I'm going through a whole conniption. Just like, what am I, But it's like, girl, take a deep breath. And trust yourself.
But here's the thing. Trust yourself. But also, one thing that from the book, Power Moves. So we only did 4 chapters. And it was so much already from it.
I wish I would have brought mine.
She said, go when you start getting fearful like that, like something's not going to work out the way you want it to. Remember the times you didn't get what you wanted, and remember the provisions that were made.
Exactly.
There was always some kind of provision made for. You could have thought you wanted it so bad, but God said, "No, I don't want you to want that right now. You're probably not gonna get it. Or if you're gonna try to bypass and go get it yourself, you're gonna see you don't need it. But if you don't get what you want, and you've been praying for it for 10 years, 20 years, 30, whatever, but in the midst of that, is you see that you got provision."
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
It was easy for her to say that, but it brought it home. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to be thinking about ruining my moment of what I do have or what I could do or making this feeling change the course of my day.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm thinking I should have.
Right.
Because I know what's been provided for me.
Right. And that's all. So going back, rewind about 30 seconds. God won't give us what we want and or need because he knows prematurely if he gives it to us. Think about a baby born prematurely. Sometimes the baby does not survive. Sometimes the baby has to stay in the NICU. If God gives us our baby, whatever we're pregnant with, too soon,
it's not a good environment for that to survive and thrive.
Do you know how devastating that is for a mom to lose her baby that she's had prematurely, and now it's gone because I did something? I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that. It's not, we have to lose that want for control. Like, and I subconsciously do it all the time. I'm trusting God for a few things, and it's like, oh,
it's true.
You can't babysit it though. God don't need no babysitter.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't. My thing is not controlling God or what he's trying to do. I guess in a way it is. But it's my thing is, let me tell you. I'm listening. It's not really, it's like, okay, I know how this person, you don't act like, you're not this person. You don't act like this, and you driving me to act crazy. So why, I want to control, like, let's bring it back, bring it down. Like, why can't my voice help with that? Why?
Because there are too many emotions running rampant at that time.
Emotions are so, what's that song H-Town had? Emotions
make you cry sometimes.
Emotions, yeah, it's some bad.
And it's like we can't, I don't know, it's so hard. That's the $1 million question right there. Like, how can you break yourself? So a lot of times I count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That brings me back to the present moment because I can go left or I can go right. No, you need to stay right here and deal with what you're feeling. If I can't decipher what I'm feeling, yeah, you're angry, but what's behind that anger?
What's behind it? Okay. I love that. Okay. But here, we're responsible for those choices and our actions. I 100% agree with that. And we're also responsible for what we let in to drive us or trigger those responses. We're responsible for what we let in. So if I keep allowing, say for instance, let's use me. I'm late a lot, or you late a lot. We late a lot. Say for instance, we're late a lot, right? And our friends say, okay, y'all, I need you to be on time. Mm-hmm. They don't give us a ultimatum saying, if you're not on time, I'm not going to invite you anymore.
Right.
They don't give us anything like that.
Right.
But we can sense like, oh, dang, they're disappointed because we missed something. Or
right.
They keep letting us come late.
Yeah.
and we can come late to something that was real big for them and we miss it. So if they don't change that up and say, okay, I want you to, this particular thing, my wedding. Let's say I'm married, I'm getting married and I want you to be you in my wedding. I'm not going to let you be in my wedding if I know you're going to be late.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if I keep letting that behavior go and I'm not saying anything or I'm not advocating for myself because you're disrespecting my time in certain instances.
That makes sense.
Then I'm letting this stuff happen. And eventually I'm going to blow up about it because I'm not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But who do we have to blame for that?
Ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not going to blame you because I let you come. I smile when you come because I'm happy about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make it. But eventually, because I didn't stand up or I didn't bring it when I wasn't angry.
True.
And I didn't bring it. Now it's blown out of proportion.
True.
And I've made a fool of me. Upset you. And now maybe it's a wedge between our relationship.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to be responsible for how we communicate our needs.
Yeah.
Our respect, what, and what we let in.
And take responsibility for the moments that we blew up. Yeah. I take full responsibility.
I do too.
I apologize. And more importantly, the lesson that I'm about to start diving into is me forgiving me. Yes. I had a homegirl the other day, one of my clients, she was like, what haven't you forgiven yourself for? And I'm like, nothing. Like, me, we good. But I'm like, when she broke it down, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, letting people mishandle me, So I allowed things in. So I got to go back and forgive myself for that. So that's what I mean by taking full accountability. Like, you can't just, girl, I'm sorry. No. There's something so much more bigger in that moment. Not the moment with the lateness, but that one of our friends, that's big to her on being on time. I do my best to try to be on time.
But if you communicate why you can't, that's fine. But if you keep doing, you just see what I'm saying? It's an act. It's your behavior marked by not being conscious of how it's making the other person feel.
True.
You see
Some
what
people
I mean? Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't give a.
Yeah.
They don't.
That's not myself.
But how that happened because based on how they were loved or how they were got away with things all throughout life. So I feel like, you know how people say when you get, they say, when you get over 40, over 50, you don't change. I feel like there is room to change.
That's a lie. That's a blatant lie.
But people choose not to change
or
improve.
Go. There you go.
Some people don't like that word change.
Yeah.
Every day that you're breathing is a way to improve, especially if somebody's calling out something you're doing. So one thing, like you said, you're trying to forgive yourself. So I'm trying to be conscious of how I deliver things. I don't want to not stand up for myself when things that bother me. I don't want to wait till I blow up. Right. So it did bring itself to, it brought itself full face forward for me this past, like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, okay, I owned it.
Yeah.
I own it. And I can't control how the other person receives it or not.
True. But after repetition, that's what I'm trying to deal with. Like I keep saying this. Why am I fumbling me? Not only am I fumbling me, I'm allowing other people to play in my face and fumble me. Oh, because I'm a nice person. I got a good heart and I'm this and I'm that. But where's the reciprocity? You know what I'm saying?
Girl, please highlight that reciprocity. Where is it?
Seriously, what's in me that is accepting and making that okay just to receive breadcrumbs or just to whatever, just to be in the room or just to be... No. If it's not reciprocal, I don't want it anymore.
That's so good.
And you have to value you more than that thing that you want, a little kid goes to the store, see a red ball. I want the red ball. You might pop them. No, we're not, and they couldn't the shine. You know what I'm saying? But we have to, sometimes the consequences of the red ball is not big enough for us. And we still want the red ball. We're going to go touch the red ball. We might grab the red ball and take it home. And God gives you clear indicators. You have those red flags. Didn't I tell you don't take that ball home? But no, you want it anyway. So now you have to deal with the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? This one, I'm not fumbling me anymore. And
you promise yourself that. Yeah.
I don't want to break a promise because I'm not perfect.
Yeah, you're not, but you're going to, like you said, you're going to be mindful of the flags or what your gut or heart is telling you,
right,
and make good sense of it,
right,
and make better decisions.
Yeah, but I promise to learn from the mistakes.
Yes,
I promise to do the work and enjoy solitude of any aspects of life and take that time to really work on me.
Do you feel like since we've been doing this, have you been learning way more about yourself? It's like I have too. It's like how I'm learning so much about myself because, and then it makes me disappointed sometimes. I'm like, dang, I didn't handle that right. But then again, it makes, I go back to certain things that we've been talking about here. And I'm like, okay, give ourselves grace, forgive ourselves. We're not, perfectionism can be terrible.
Does not exist.
It does not exist. And, those type of things. And then the control thing, I'm going to get it handled because it drives me I'm going to use the word bonkers. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I've got to control. I only can control what I can control. And I need to do a better job of controlling me.
Right. Because what we can't control drives us insane.
That's all. So go ahead.
Going back to what you said. So you said, since we started doing this, do I think that I've grown, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Since my divorce, you and I have similar stories. I feel like that has done a lot for me as far as making me soul search. Your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Those three aspects of my life were all over the place. And with me starting therapy, I started therapy at maybe 36, 37. And my therapist would be like, it's something missing. No, it's something missing. And when I started getting into that inner child work and healing the wounds of this and learning what boundaries are and learning what my pattern was disorganized, my attachment style was, oh, baby, it was game on in. Like, I've been going down a rabbit hole. Sometimes I have to step away with it because it gets real. You know what I'm saying? Like, life gets really real. But I think life was, not life. I was illuminated through that separation and divorce. Like,
I get it.
The light was shone on me, or, shone, whatever, on me. And it's like, oh, you got this to work on. You got that to work on. You got that to work on. But see, it's been like an onion. When you cut onions, you cry, right? Until you get to a certain point, and be like, okay, then we got to peel back another layer of that onion, you're going to cry again. It's painful. You know what I'm saying? Like, really doing that work, and then you think, I have this accomplished and I've mastered that. And then you run into another dead wall where the power ain't flowing to. And I got to deal with another emotion, another life event, traumatizing event or something.
I'm so tired of dealing with traumatizing events. I'm tired of that. Okay. But we can't some things you can't control that happen, but I'm tired of that.
But we got to deal with them.
Yeah.
It's going to hold us back for life.
Yeah. What was I know we talking about that book. So you were so excited about the book that you were going to tell me about.
Oh, girl, it's called.
It's dealing with this stuff?
Yes. First of all, we've learned. So again, I started therapy at 36, 37. I have to go unlearn 37 to 38 years of how 37 to 38 years of a belief system that ain't right. That ain't straight.
Okay.
It's the op. Okay. Like I can't, I'm not getting along with it right now. So much, it's called So Much to Unlearn.
And now how did you find out about this book?
TikTok.
See, I still can't.
I found that book we read on TikTok, the other book.
And I love, so she just, the psychiatrist that was here, she took a picture of that book, that the inner works of the relationships. I need to finish it because it helps a whole lot. And even if it's not for the person that I think that, thought that it could work with, then whoever's being made for me or is being prepared, like you said, they're probably premature for me. I'm probably whoever the person is. If it's being, I know that inner work that I didn't even know I needed on some areas. Because when we talked about, it's just so crazy. It's like, how did we get to this point? And it's things that we need. And I knew a couple of things, like, okay. But
it's so much other, and again, if God brought us what he felt like he wants us to have right now, we're going to fumble it. We're going to F it up. To politely put it.
I'm just looking like, Yeah, but you know what we're going to say? We're not. Bring me what you want me to have.
Because what I want and when I want it, no.
Yeah.
I done did enough of that all my life.
Yep. Yeah, bring me what you want me to have. I want to be positive and hopeful and all those type of things. And I don't want just one or two occurrences that didn't go right to making me think that, okay, ain't nothing gonna go right.
I'm gonna ask you this. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy said that some women don't know how to handle a healed man.
But I don't think everybody has something. Okay.
So their argument was women who have watched people nurture. I'm paraphrasing here. We tend to cling to projects, and some men tend to cling to projects. Something you got to work on, something you got to fix, something that has potential.
Or a savior, or they'll come to save. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if they're not a project, it's like,
I have no purpose here. Ooh. So we look for something
to work on, which puts us in a one-sided whatever ship. This friendships too. This ain't just romantic relationships. We're in one-sided things because we're giving, trying to show you, perform for you, tap dance for you, to show you that we're worth it. Like, hey, pick me.
Look, Nadia, that's so funny. Nadia be like, Rhonda, Mom, why you sounding like that? Because I was acting with her, and she was like, you have the pick me, choose me, love me voice. I said, no, I don't. She was like, yes, you do. I said, Nadia, da-da-da. She was like, Mom, stop. You have the pick me, choose me, love me.
Right, that's real.
But this is so good. Who was saying, send this to me.
Okay.
Because it makes sense.
Yes.
But a lot of people want to be needed.
And a lot of people want to chase. Instead of being patient, sitting down, keeping still, and allowing things to come to you.
So when the thing come to you, right? Say it comes to you, got it. Everything's good. But then, and say for instance, you say this is a healed man. Okay. And you're not all the way healed. Mm-hmm. So it came to you. You got there. Y'all got through the honeymoon phase and got through all this. But now the little things that happens that when that healed person, say they are, calls things out for you, but they don't recognize the things they've done to trigger you to come out
then are they healed?
Okay.
You could tell a tree by its fruit. The word of God tells us that.
Okay.
So if his fruit, he an orange tree, but he got apples on it, he fake.
Okay.
He phony. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's not.
Wait, do the shoulder again. He fake.
He fake and phony. No, it's real though. Like, you got wolves in sheep's clothing. Can come off on a good game, talk good stuff. And we have to be so content with who we are.
Yes.
Know who we are. Be satisfied with just us. That way when the wolf in sheep's clothing, I smell you. You a sheep, but I smell you from over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, protect myself. Be able to protect myself from that. Mm-hmm.
And know that we're worth whatever fight anybody has to put up with us. Now, I ain't saying get crazy and be. No. What I'm saying is, if there's a slight tug of war, they're doing the work, you're doing the work, and we could sit down and have an amicable conversation about this, talk and discuss things.
Yes, Yes, and you shouldn't have to beg for that.
Right.
You shouldn't have to try to poke and pry, and you shouldn't have to beg for that. Yeah, things can get heated, but if you are supposed to be, I believe, we're not experts on this, but, probably one day we can be. But I'm saying if it should happen. Both of us, when we get to a good emotional spot where it's not heated, then let's talk, because you can get heated sometimes.
Exactly.
We're human.
Exactly.
We have feelings. Have strong feelings for each other. So sometimes that will happen. But I shouldn't have to beg, convince, and say, okay, see me, pick me. Choose me. Because one thing when my mama, she has me laughing sometimes. Like, she tell me so many things now that she probably wouldn't have told me before. She said, Rhonda, if I used to tell people before, after your dad, if I wasn't the only one, and there was an option, then I'm not nothing. I don't want to be anything to you. So don't have me in your front seat. Don't call my phone. Don't do anything because they have cell phones back then.
Right.
She said, I'm not the one because I want to be the only.
Can we not date?
Yeah. No, she's saying playing. Like when you playing in my face, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can date. But you know, I've never been a big dater. So I don't like, that's the other thing. I'm old lady. I don't like dating somebody knowing you going out on a date with somebody else. Nope. That's okay.
See, my toxic trait is I think I want to date one person, put all my eggs in a basket with that one person.
Why is that toxic, though?
That is toxic. When he got Sally, Susie, and John.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
that's why you're saying have a good conversation. And if you outlining what we're... If
they
we at this
place... They not finna tell you that.
Well, then I don't want it. We're okay with ourselves. I don't want it then.
No, I'm saying that to say it's okay to date multiple guys.
I don't like that.
I ain't saying sleep with because that's a whole nother ball game. But if Jack asks you to go on a date tomorrow and then Sam asks you to go on a date next week, guess what? I'm going to go on a date with Jack and Sam.
Because we're not in a committed relationship.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, if we have a conversation and something progresses into something more, one of y'all got to go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to play that game because I know how it feels to play that game. I think I'm
just too, I don't know. I guess if nothing happens for me or nothing gets better for me, then I'll just be for a while, until guys bring it down.
Right.
Bring it down.
See, that's the problem. We don't wait on God.
I'm waiting. I'm going to wait. Because I want something to work. And if it does not work out that way, like you said, if the red ball ain't for me, I ain't going to try to steal it and make it come home with me.
Exactly.
I love that. But the book, we be getting off into it. I've been missing you.
We got a lot to unlearn. I know, I missed you too.
But you read it already?
No, it just came in the mail today. And I read the intro.
Yeah.
Girl.
But why you feel, so when you were saying that about, I need to unlearn 37 some plus years of stuff that was taught to me that was wrong. I don't look at things like that. I guess I have to read the book. So I be thinking that, I learned some stuff wrong and I'm aware of that now. But it's made me who I am now and because it was a different belief system. You talked about belief system.
Right.
I'm going to compare the two. So now I can change. I can probably change the trajectory for my child if I want to talk to them about that or a friend, because based on what I went through, like, okay, I did that completely wrong just because I really believed that was the right way to do it.
Right.
Now it's so wrong. I went left. I went right when I didn't stay still.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that they're going to have to learn on their own too. And it's going to be wrong.
Yeah. You had to unlearn that though. Like for me, the things that I've learned are harmful to me now. That protective barrier that I have up and that paranoia, thinking everybody out to get me, I have to unlearn those things. But first I have to get to the root of why do I have that belief system? It's because I've been hurt and betrayed so much in life to where I got this wall up. So then the first person that comes along that says, you look nice and skin in the grin and showing your teeth. You ready to let the wall down. Like I have to unlearn that. People have to earn that wall to come down.
They
you
do.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't just, what Betty Wright say, you can't something to every guy you meet.
No, I get it.
You can't show your teeth.
Yeah. I get it. Okay, so that's crazy because I think that's one of the things about me. I think I've shut out some people because I feel opposite. I feel like, okay, no, just because you said hey or something to me, no.
Yeah, you have to be discerning.
Yeah.
That's what I pray for today. Like, give me a greater sense of discernment.
Oh.
Because at the end of the day, if I'm being led by this, it's different. Like, I want something that God led me to or led it to me or something. Like, I'm done chasing. I'm done. I was sitting in my car one day and God said, you are allowing this, the fear of failure. The fear of failure is holding you back. That's what he said. Yeah. And I see that. Yeah. Like, I even have dreams. I'm running through these little towns. I don't even know what I'm running from. I don't know who behind me. I'm just running.
Did you listen to church yesterday? You did?
I listened to a piece of it.
No, go listen. One of the things was stop running. And he named 5 or 6
when
different
you
things.
texted me that, I was like, oh, that's for me.
That was confirmation, wasn't it?
That's for me.
It was about stop running, but also being, oh man, I ain't even gonna say anything, but
I'm gonna go listen.
Go listen. Emmy Vasquez And it stopped. That's the name of it, was Stop and Stop Running. But he went on to some other things about how we're perceiving ourselves. And which, when I talked about this, I touched on it a little bit. So I can't wait till you listen to it. But it was very strong. It was very powerful. I was so excited to hear it. And it's helped me some, like with, just my rationalizing, making sense of some things because, again, of overthinking.
Yeah.
And you
exactly.
always try, I don't want to beat myself up about certain things. So, just that message that he had. Stop running, though. Because you say you always have a dream about you running.
Exactly.
You talk about this a lot.
Exactly. Shatina, what are you running from?
You have so many dreams about running. Now you talking about you was running through some towns.
Yeah, it's like I'm just running, and I can feel it because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like emotionally connected to the dream.
I can't wait till Dr. Gold comes back.
Ooh.
Then she gonna put us on the couch for real.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm a layout.
Okay, so wait, running. Yeah, you have a lot.
I have to, but that goes back to what God said. The fear of failure is what's holding you back. If I'm always fearful, guess what? I'm always running. But the thing is, what are you running from? I'm running from me. In the beginning of Sarah Jake's book, she said, there's a quote by, I forgot the lady's name. My greatest fear is not that I am inadequate, but basically my greatest fear is me. The greatest version of myself is what I fear.
Yeah.
And it's like I can see myself on a porch, like wanting to touch and put my foot in the grass, but I just can't because I'm so terrified.
Of what?
Sarah, I don't know. Fear of failure. Fear of getting hurt again. Fear of
getting,
it ain't gonna work out. Whatever it is. Okay. Like, no, I'm safe on the porch.
Let me say this, and this is a vulnerable one. When you just said that, and I'll share. I got to do better of sharing my personal experiences. I do. I want to do better at that.
Because people want to see and hear that.
Yeah, they do. And so let me tell you, you just said something about the fear of something not working out. I feel that I have pushed so many buttons on people and had a pattern with some things just because I have the fear of it not working out because it seemed too good to be true.
Because you feel like you don't deserve it.
And that came from feeling inadequate because I had a divorce. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel that way before a divorce. I felt strong. You know what I'm saying? Even before I got married, I felt like, okay, I didn't have a fear about relationships or love or things like that. And I think after the divorce, I did have a sense of inadequacy.
That was a traumatizing
It really
event.
wasn't, but I feel so much better now. I'm better. I'm able to talk about it. Like I didn't even want people to say, "Hey, they're going Rhonda. Where's like you had a divorce?" I didn't like that. It's okay now. That's part of my story. But right now, I feel that when you said the fear of things not working out, not just a relationship, it's anything. Like I know I'm always ready and prepared for, it's going to be some kind of wrench thrown into that. Or it might not be me. But, But I share that where I'm fearful of, and I feel like I will push you away based on what I'm making up in my mind about what could happen. I don't want to do that.
I'm going to reject you before you reject me. Yeah. That's
or
where
tell you that this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I'll even reject me before you reject me because I can deal with the feeling of me rejecting me. I can't deal with the pain of you rejecting me. So I'ma just, I'm gonna push you away. I'm gonna push you away in that corner. Self-sabotage. All of that goes into play, and like any fear or all the fears that you even mentioned, that still goes into failure because if this doesn't work, failure. If the relationship doesn't work, failure. It's all still a part of the fear of failure.
Okay, so what can we do when we close out? So what if we have this different types of sense of failures? Like, okay, that's one reason I didn't apply for a certain job because I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm not ready yet. But I really was ready because I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. So it's like, okay, I should have done that. So we need to come to a conclusion right now that to get away from that fear of failure so we won't subject ourselves to just being somewhere where we should be expanding or being more to other people and for ourselves. We can't think about failure. That's not part of the plan. Right. If it fails, then you learn from it. Like you said earlier. Yes. Learn from that and then move. Okay. Yeah. That's how a lot of businesses are made. One of Ted Lyons was here and he said a lot of things that helped him was all the times that he failed. That's what made this a success this time. Exactly.
And I think being self-aware of it is great. But the other part is to be continued because I'm still figuring it out.
Well, you're going to tell us about that, but I'm not going to be able to read this one yet.
I can't.
We'll talk
yet.
more about next time. You'll talk us about that, and then we'll talk. Well, we got so many lists of things. I want to ask what we can do is ask some of the people that's listening.
Yeah,
what do
they want to hear from
us to talk about? Because we'll go into everything. I think we got experience on a lot of everything. We're not experts, so I should have said at the beginning.
These are real
life experiences that we're okay with sharing.
Exactly.
So we do appreciate y'all listening.
Yes,
we do
definitely.
appreciate if you all will like and share and subscribe and comment. But let us know. We're gonna we could do an Instagram reel one day. Instagram Live.
What is it that they want to hear
Instagram
from
Live.
us?
We should do that.
Okay.
And then see what y'all want to talk about with Tina and Rhonda.
Yes.
So thanks for
the
listening.
Dynamic duo.
Thanks for listening today, and we hope that you like it and comment and come back.
Yes. Thanks.